Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsome with RealLifeTrading.com. I trust you're doing marvelously majestic. We got ourselves a bullish gap and go on the SPY today. Shout out to my good buddy Jeff over there in Arizona, crushing it. Nice play, Jeff, today on the SPY, getting himself 122 bones. Here's the 5-minute chart, and you'll see just a beautiful, nice, cool, calm little S-curve right into the 10, and there she goes. So yeah, nice bullish gap. We closed at an all-time high today, new all-time high, winning tons of wagers today with some buddies of mine because I had a lot of people telling me the market was going to go down, it's going to go lower. Why are you still bullish, Jeremy? This is it. Everything's going to crumble to a halt. And, you know, just got to stay with the bullish trend because that makes the most sense because that's what we're doing. New all-time highs. Look at that weekly candle. Man, it's nice. Now, is this the time to buy? Nope, it's not the time to buy. Not exactly right now. I do think it can go a little bit higher. But, you know, buy on the next pullback, buy on the next retest, all that kind of good stuff. Had tons of requests today, but before I hop into them, let's go look at what we played today. Had a small losing day, actually 2 small losing days in a row. So this was the winner. GPS, The Gap Incorporated, and you can just look at that and see how we played that today. I mean, everyone in the world knows who's watched any of my classes how we played Gap today on you know, the 5-minute charts. So really good move, a very nice bearish gap and go. Here's the one that I lost on, ticker symbol FL, Foot Locker. Also a really nice bearish gap and go. Here is the 5-minute time frame. And this was a late afternoon play. So the play was right here. So once it broke down, so you got this like double top right there. It broke down, got below all the moving averages, shorted the pullback, stop above the high of the day. And it did retest. It did try to roll over. And this was the candle right there. I was like, yeah, it's not going to work. So it propped out. I was doing some working out right around there and came back, lowered the stop to here, got stopped out for 0.88R. And overall, yeah, just I think gap was down, made 0.44 on gap. So down like 0.4 on the day. Pretty small loss. I'll take it. Lost about half an hour yesterday. So almost a full R. So it's bringing me to about 9.07 Rs for August. But the good news is an entire week left next week. Really excited. All you need is one good trade. Just lose small. I mean, that's the key, ladies and gentlemen. The key in this game is just do your best to lose small. Let's go look at the stocks. Tons of stocks requested today. I love it, and I love it. I like taking trades when I'm with you. So let's go to URBN, Urban Outfitters. And for my Gator football fans, glad to know that Urban Meyer got suspended for 3 games, even though it's not nearly enough. Here's the daily chart. Urban Outfitters had a nice bullish gap and go that did not go at all on the 22nd. Here was the 5-minute chart, and this one we did look at pretty in depth on Wednesday. But when it opened, you know, it opened, it ran, it made a new low right here. Once it took out this candle, right, that strong bullish candle, that was the S-curve. So, you know, boom, boom, there's the bounce. And once that doesn't work, that's what happened. So anyway, Urban, breaking down. Where's it going from here? Weekly chart, let's check it out. Well, weekly, and I pulled the moving averages. Let's just zoom into where we are. Interesting upper shadow on the weekly. Let me go to I might even need a monthly chart on this thing. This is a really sideways stock. Oh, big distribution. Okay. So this wick is just trapping everyone who bought. So no one bought down here. They all wanted to buy right there because this is when it confirmed. This is the confirmation. Right up there. Now it's time to be bullish. Well, I can't say good things. I mean, I do like the move. The upper shadow is obviously not phenomenal. But it is in a distribution phase, which would make sense for it to break out of at some point. Yeah, keep your eyes on Urban. Bottom line, you just want a really good close above this resistance, but you do want to buy low, sell high. So if it can pull back to the 100, probably buyable event, better would be the 200 on Urban. Here's TPE and CPE. Petroleum company, daily chart, pretty sideways. Weekly chart, yep, bullish to neutral. So bullish to neutral means it's pretty much doing this, slowly going higher. But if you bought it back in 2014, it's the same price it is now for the most part. And that to me means if you're playing it, buy it as low as you can, so $10.44. If you're in shares, maybe you're doing covered calls. But yeah, this is a resistance. Probably wouldn't buy now. If you're going short, I get it. I mean, you know, if it breaks down, closes below that support area, some type of candle that's trapping some buyers, that's what I see on CPE. Otherwise, not a lot. Netflix. So all of you know how bearish I was. Kind of still am on Netflix, but after today's candle, not quite so much. So this one, trapping myself along with other people. Remember, when you're playing something bearish, you're not getting in here, right? This is not the time to get in. So if I take that exact chart and move it over here, right? So this is that third low. Once you make that third low, that's not the time to get in. So you had the trade, roll up, you're getting in bearish around here hopefully, after the breakdown. All right, so here's your second low. Trade up, starts to roll over again. This is when you're making the bearish money. And this is when, you know, a bottom starts getting put in. I still do have the wager for it hitting 300 before earnings, which it still is a possibility. But today's candle definitely trapping some people on Netflix for sure. So if I come back, this analysis is going to take a little bit to talk through. I want to make sure I get my point across on Netflix. I'm going to trade the chart. The chart is right now. You got some good volume. You got some good candles. This is definitely a trapping candle. You'll see that I was looking to short at 347. Played out really well yesterday, but today, not so much. And when this giant, I mean just phenomenal bullish engulfing candle came in on the 20th, right? A lot of people are like, okay, this is probably it for Netflix, for at least for now. So my plan will be to abandon the bearish trade short term, expecting something like this, potentially. And we do a little bit of a bullish momentum, and then we'll see if we have that bearish rollover before earnings. Now remember, just because I make a wager doesn't mean I'm going to be right. So if it doesn't hit 300 before earnings, I will host a webinar where I will give away and I will pay for some of your traders' Netflix subscriptions, right? So make sure to be there for that webinar, but it's not going to happen yet. We're going to have to wait until earnings or at least gets kind of close to earnings. But here was the reason I want to pull this up is Netflix is going to do something similar to what it did over here. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what that looks like. So just give me a few quick moments. So this is back on July 17th. And this is the last earnings over here back in 2015. And what you'll notice is it did trade down, you know, big gap, and it did eventually make another high before it had a big roll down. So I'm trying to find what similarities in this chart kind of compare to this chart. And so we got this, you got this. So you got the three lows. This one had higher lows relative to that candle, the gap down. So we actually made lower lows. So I'm expecting, I mean, if Netflix does trade back up to this price, you'll notice that we did, even on this chart that was stronger, eventually have that rollover. Now, granted, that took a while to happen. So I might be off on my timing with Netflix, you know, earnings in October. We will see. And if again, that's okay. You know, if I lose a wager, the chart's going to be the chart. I'm going to trade it regardless. Bullish, bearish, whatever it's doing. I'm going to be looking at the candlesticks. But at this point, yeah, it's a little bullish on Netflix. How high will it trade up? Realistically, just pride aside, probably 421, or at least come back to this gap in the mid, 390 area. Just look for a little bit of a pullback on Netflix, and then kind of buy that dip, trade up into here, and then once it gets up into here, I'll go, all right, let's see if she rolls over. That'll kind of be the plan. Now, what if we try to go bullish and bullish doesn't work? Then I'll go back to being bearish again. Because right now, this candle and this volume and where we closed today is just more bullish than bearish for right now. So anyway, that's just kind of my thoughts on Netflix. This was definitely a nice gap. Obviously a bullish gap and go today. And yeah, that's really about it. Plus, I do have tons of traders who still have put sales on Netflix. You know, so it's not like the sky's falling. I'm totally game to buy Netflix at a low level. We'll just see what she does. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Here's the weekly chart on Netflix, and the weekly chart, just tons of people trapped. But I'm still thinking it's just a matter of time before we have that rotation. I'm going to be right on it. I'm just going to be wrong on the time. We're going to get this. We'll get something like this. Yeah. So I might just be off by a few months, but it's okay. No big deal. We'll trade what's there. We'll figure out it, and we'll play it from there. Maybe I'm just entirely wrong. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Netflix. Here is AVGO. Got a request for this one, Broadcom. And AVGO up 1.5%. The market was just splendidly bullish today. Earnings around the corner on this one. Let me go to a weekly. It looks like it's trying to post a double bottom. Yep, so you got an inside week this week. Inside candle on the weekly chart. So if it pops, the only thing I would say on Broadcom, if you're looking at playing it bullish at this level, I probably would get in on Monday above the high of today's closing candle. And then I would set up I would probably buy puts almost simultaneously if you have the account size to do it. Buy put simultaneously just for earnings, and I'd probably buy those out the money, like a $200 put, just in case, because if AVGO gaps down on earnings, she's going to flush lower, most likely. So that's all I got on Broadcom. Micron Technology. So here's MU. I love today's candle. Looks good. A lot of traders getting in bullish back here. My buddy Matt DeLong back on the 17th of August was talking about, MU meeting a lot of his requirements for just fundamental growth. Really good earnings. I mean, it's crazy that we bounced here on Micron because we've never traded down here before. I mean, this has been such a unique experience on MU. So here's the 50 EMA on the weekly chart, and that's kind of where we trade to. Nice buy the dip, buy low, sell high. Really good trend. A lot of traders still got the put sale. My girl Leslie getting into some shares on MU today, selling the 54 call. So yeah, MU, for the most part, looks pretty toasty. Bullish to neutral, let it ride. PayPal today had a really nice gap today. Nice gap on PayPal, some good volume coming in. So it appears to me that you're getting a little bit of a double bottom, support resistance about there. This is a retest gap. So if you're playing PayPal, as most stocks, you had a pretty good day today, and buy the dip. I mean, here's the hourly. It's a good gap and go on the hourly, so it's going to be a little bit of an aggressive play. Playing it, pull back to the 10, and then maybe you pull back to the 20 on the hourly. But overall, I mean, PayPal is just a storm in the beach. I'm listening to Elon Musk's biography right now, and it's really incredible just to hear all the things that X.com and PayPal and everything did. But for those of you who might not forget, 111.18 was my target for this year on PayPal that I mentioned back in January of this year. So there's the close of the market. Yeah, so PayPal, I could see it going higher. That's a beautiful weekly candle, and slow steady is going to win the race on that one. Had 3 other requests. These came in a little bit late, but that's okay. UXIN. Nothing yet. This was a setup that I looked at just yesterday because you got that high wave candle. In fact, the original setup that we had was here by here. And my buddy Ram and Bob did play that bullish off of that support. So right now on UXIN, I was looking for an inside day, and I was looking for it to break out. So it doesn't look like that's going to happen. You actually have a little bit of an evening star reversal now in UXIN. So let's give that one some time. If you're playing it bullish, I mean, I'd try to see if it trades back down to this level and find out what it does down there around 517 on UXIN. Here's CRON, C-R-O-N, and someone told me that marijuana stocks were up today and this week. Yeah, it's happening. This is about the time you're going to start getting tons of emails, tons of messages. You've probably already received them in your inbox. And medical marijuana, best sector, these are the best stocks to buy, so on and so forth. Get in now. You got boom, boom, boom. You're going to be receiving these. Unfortunately, it's probably not the best time to buy. Most real-life traders are locking in profit here. My buddy Charles Wade, Jeff, I forget how many traders traded CRON today. A lot of real-life traders are in. I'm not. Have no position in medical marijuana or marijuana stocks for no particular reason other than I can't be in everything. I like it. I like the trend. I like the move. A lot of real life traders are in, so thumbs up across the board. But yeah, this is obviously not the time to buy. So you're going to be looking for some type of dip opportunity. I mean, it's still theoretically in a channel. But this volume, I mean, we're going higher at some point. The question is just when. But with that volume, I mean, that's insane volume. Insane. Incredible. Here's the weekly chart. The weekly candle is almost a joke. So yeah, there'll be a really fun kind of dip that's going to come out of here. I don't know what that dip's going to look like. There'll be a nice little dip. But overall, I think we go higher. And congrats to my buddy Sammy. Sammy was here last week. He did the real life trading week of hell, as he called it, last week. Came down with me, traded with me, lived my schedule, did my workout, lived the routine. He was just an absolute monster. He had a nice position in Tilray and got back in down here. In fact, this was a trade that a lot of traders ran because we did set this one up officially on Tilray. And I'll tell you what happened, but this was way back here. Tilray right here. Check out this setup. Beautiful play right there. Just based off of that morning star reversal and this candle closing 23.59 by 21.39. Holla at your boy. So there's still a few real life traders in on that exact setup, Jeff and numerous others, and we were talking about it. And that, you know, you'll notice that triggered the very next day, right there. Low of it was 23.45. So if I pull that back up, where's that chart? Where'd that go? Here we go. 23.59. Got it by 14 cents. So for those traders who are still in that one, wonderful job. Nice move. And I'm excited to see what this one does. I mean, it's the 3 of 5. So 1, 2. This is obviously a wave 3. And of that 3, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there'll be a little bit of an ABC coming, maybe over earnings. That'll be the main wave 4. And then we'll eventually go higher, most likely on Tilray. But Sammy, good job on this one, man. Well done. Proud of you, bud. And last but not least, DLTR, Dollar Tree, had this one requested on Twitter, asking me, do I trade it? I day trade every now and then when it has good gaps. I know how they make money. It's a good stock, long-term trend, looks phenomenal. Buy low, sell high, hold it until your arms get tired, kind of a stock, most likely. And yeah, but I don't have any positions on it. Don't have anything longer term. I've swing traded, day traded. I've done some options on it before. That's really it. But as far as a new trade, I mean, I love the extension. I would just wait until earnings. Usually Dollar Tree gaps pretty ferociously on earnings. Just see how it gaps. And if it does, in fact, gap down around 88, look to buy the dip on Dollar Tree. But overall, a nice long-term position. That's pretty much it for me, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in to your 3 free real-life stock reviews this week. Another awesome video coming out for you tomorrow. It's a Robinhood review. Next week, you got a lot of great things happening. Another trader, I think, coming from Washington, D.C. to do what Sammy did. Sammy, you inspired tons of people. So I think my buddy Greg Gilbert's coming down next week to trade with me, work with me. You know, workout charts, hours and hours of candles. He's going to be fluent in candlesticks. And then my buddy John is doing that in October. So yeah, that schedule's filling up quick. That's exciting. Tons of opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, so many facets, ways, pyramids, methods, avenues, boulevards, and lanes to enrich lives. It's really, absolutely, majestically marvelous. I love it. I love you all. Thanks for being real life traders. I'll see you next week. And until then, love life, live life, trade. Bye. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. If you like that video, click that subscribe button and click this one right here because you're going to absolutely love that video as well.